Trinidad and Tobago, Heavy and Extra Heavy Vehicle, Goods. Driver's Examination Guide, Part 2 of 2. Question 32. What is the maximum allowable length of a motor vehicle with a semi-trailer attached? A. 30 feet or 9 meters. B. 50 feet or 15 meters. C. 40 feet or 12 meters. D. 35 feet or 10 meters. Answer: D. 35 feet or 10 meters. Question 33. What is the maximum permitted length of a goods vehicle with a trailer attached? A. 45 feet or 13.6 meters. B. 35 feet or 10 meters. C. 30 feet or 9 meters. D. 35 feet or 10 meters. Answer: A. 45 feet or 13.6 meters. Question 34. What should be the size of the MGW and tear markings on the right or off side of every goods vehicle and trailer, displayed in white figures and letters on a black background? A. Any size, as long as it is clearly visible. B. 2 inches high. C. 2.5 inches high. D. 1 inch high. Answer: C. 2.5 inches high. Question 35. Where must a driver keep their driving permit and vehicle insurance while on the roadway, as specified by law? A. At home. B. At the office and be able to produce them within 48 hours if requested by the police. C. Anywhere that is convenient. D. Either on their person or in the vehicle. Answer: D. Either on their person or in the vehicle. Question 36. In what condition should your goods vehicle be maintained? A. Clean. B. Any condition, as long as the brakes and steering are working. C. The goods vehicle and all its components must be in a condition that does not pose a danger to anyone on the vehicle or on the public road. D. It's acceptable if one tire is defective. Answer: C. The goods vehicle and all its components must be in a condition that does not pose a danger to anyone on the vehicle or on the public road. Question 37. How should the load on a goods vehicle be secured? A. Placed anyhow, as long as the driver thinks it is safe. B. Properly secured to prevent any part of the load from shifting while in motion. C. Covered with a flapping tarpaulin. D. Held by one or two of the loaders. Answer: B. Properly secured to prevent any part of the load from shifting while in motion. Question 38. What is the maximum weight that can be transmitted to the road surface by the wheels of a single axle on a motor vehicle or trailer? A. 8 tons. B. 10 tons. C. 6 tons. D. 15 tons. Answer: A. 8 tons. Question 39. If a pedestrian is still in the intersection or crosswalk when the traffic light changes, who has the right of way? A. The pedestrian. B. Drivers approaching from the right. C. Drivers approaching from the left. D. Vehicles making a turn. Answer: A. The pedestrian. Question 40. Why is it not safe to drive at the maximum speed limit during nighttime hours? A. Your reaction time is slower at night. B. Your ability to see far ahead is reduced at night. C. Other motorists may not use the correct lights at night. D. Road conditions at night, such as wet surfaces, may reduce braking effectiveness. Answer: B. Your ability to see far ahead is reduced at night. Question 41. What is legally required when carrying an excess projection on a goods vehicle? A. A red flag at both ends during the day and a red light at night. B. Permission from the Commissioner of Transport. C. A white flag at both ends during the day. D. Permission from the police officer in charge of the division, and a white flag in the day with a red light at night at the rear end of the load. Answer: D. Permission from the police officer in charge of the division, and a white flag in the day with a red light at night at the rear end of the load. Question 42. Besides a police officer, transport officer, or traffic warden in uniform, who else is legally allowed to stop a motor vehicle on the roadway? A. Any person in charge of a horse or another animal. B. A cadet in uniform. C. A soldier. D. A fireman. Answer: A. Any person in charge of a horse or another animal. Question 43. What is the maximum allowed length for a chain, drawbar, or rope when towing a vehicle on the roadway? A. 3 meters or 10 feet. B. 6 meters or 20 feet. C. 4.5 meters or 15 feet. D. Any length is acceptable. Answer: C. 4.5 meters or 15 feet. Question 44. When an emergency vehicle with sirens approaches while you are on a two-way street, what are you legally required to do? A. Pull to the left and stop. B. Reduce your speed to 15 kilometers or 10 miles an hour. C. Speed up and get out of the way. D. Maintain your current speed. Answer: A. Pull to the left and stop. Question 45. All motor vehicle tires must be free from defects. If a police officer suspects a vehicle has defective tires and requests the driver to proceed to the nearest police station, but the driver refuses, what legal action can be taken? A. Arrest the driver with a warrant. B. Arrest the driver without a warrant. C. Take the driver's name and address and let them go. D. Detain the vehicle and move it to the nearest police station or a secure location at the owner's expense and risk. Answer: D. Detain the vehicle and move it to the nearest police station or a secure location at the owner's expense and risk. Question 46. If a vehicle owner allows or switches an identification mark or license plate from one vehicle to another, they are guilty of which offense? A. Larceny. B. Fraud. C. No offense. D. Embezzlement. Answer: B. Fraud. Question 47. What color revolving light must be displayed on the hood of a goods vehicle while towing on the roadway? A. Red. B. Blue. C. Amber. D. Green. Answer: C. Amber. Question 48. You are approaching an intersection with a green traffic light, but a police officer motions for you to stop. What should you do? A. Proceed through the intersection. B. Point out the green light to the officer. C. Slow down and proceed with caution. D. Stop as instructed. Answer: D. Stop as instructed. Question 49. After selling your vehicle, you must inform the licensing authority within A. 14 days. B. 7 days. C. 21 days. D. 30 days. Answer: B. 7 days. Question 50. What is the minimum legal distance you may park from a fire hydrant? A. 3 meters or 10 feet. B. 1.5 meters or 5 feet. C. 6 meters or 20 feet. D. 4.5 meters or 15 feet. Answer: A. 3 meters or 10 feet. Question 51. What should you do before leaving your motor vehicle unattended? A. Apply the handbrake. B. Lock the vehicle. C. Keep the engine running. D. Turn off the engine and apply the brakes. Answer: D. Turn off the engine and apply the brakes. Question 52. What is the maximum allowable length of a trailer? A. 28 feet or 8 meters. B. 20 feet or 6 meters. C. 22 feet or 6.2 meters. D. 15 feet or 4.5 meters. Answer: C. 22 feet or 6.2 meters. Question 53. Under what circumstances is a goods vehicle allowed to travel along High Street San Fernando from Cuenca Street to Library Corner? A. For deliveries only. B. To meet the owner or loaders. C. To seek work. D. For delivering or receiving goods only. Answer: D. For delivering or receiving goods only. Question 54. What is the maximum number of hours a driver is permitted to operate a goods vehicle within a 24-hour period? A. No more than 10 hours, with a continuous driving limit of 5.5 hours followed by a 30-minute rest. B. 8 hours. C. 10 hours straight. D. 6 hours. Answer: A. No more than 10 hours, with a continuous driving limit of 5.5 hours followed by a 30-minute rest. Question 55. Before a goods vehicle over 15 tons, a trailer over 10 tons, or any motor vehicle or trailer without all wheels fitted with pneumatic tires can be used on the road or licensed, permission must be obtained from A. Commissioner of Transport. B. Transport Board. C. Commissioner of Police. D. Director of Highways. Answer: B. Transport Board. Question 56. If an indivisible load exceeding 15 tons for a goods vehicle or 8 tons for a trailer is to be transported on a roadway, permission must be granted by A. Director of Works and Hydraulics, Highways. B. Commissioner of Police. C. Commissioner of Transport. D. Transport Board. Answer: A. Director of Works and Hydraulics, Highways. Question 57. What is the definition of an indivisible load? A. A load with excess projections. B. A load exceeding 8 tons. C. A load exceeding 15 tons. D. A load that cannot be divided into smaller loads without significant expense, risk, or damage for transportation purposes. Answer: D. A load that cannot be divided into smaller loads without significant expense, risk, or damage for transportation purposes. Question 58. If a person who is disqualified from holding or obtaining a driving permit applies for or obtains one while still disqualified, they are liable to A. A fine of $240. B. A fine of $2,000 or 6 months imprisonment. C. 6 months imprisonment. D. A fine only. Answer: B. A fine of $2,000 or 6 months imprisonment. Question 59. When must you report an accident to the police if someone is injured or property is damaged? A. Within a week. B. Within 5 days. C. Immediately to a police officer in uniform or the nearest police station. D. Only if the damage is serious. Answer: C. Immediately to a police officer in uniform or the nearest police station. Question 60. What qualifies as a heavy goods vehicle or HGV? A. A vehicle with an MGW of 6,500 pounds or more. B. Any motor vehicle with an MGW exceeding 6,500 pounds but not exceeding 33,600 pounds. C. A vehicle with an MGW of 33,600 pounds or more. D. Any vehicle under 33,600 pounds. Answer: B. Any motor vehicle with an MGW exceeding 6,500 pounds but not exceeding 33,600 pounds. Question 61. What qualifies as an extra heavy goods vehicle? A. Any heavy goods vehicle with a trailer attached. B. A vehicle with an MGW between 6,500 pounds and 33,600 pounds. C. Any large and heavy truck. D. A vehicle with an MGW exceeding 33,600 pounds. Answer: D. A vehicle with an MGW exceeding 33,600 pounds. Question 62. When is a driver eligible to obtain an extra heavy goods vehicle or Class 5 permit? A. After holding a valid Class 4 or heavy goods permit for over 1 year. B. Upon reaching the age of 21 years or older. C. 1 year after obtaining any driving permit. D. As long as their driving permit is valid. Answer: A. After holding a valid Class 4 or heavy goods permit for over 1 year. That's the end of this two-part review of the goods vehicle multiple choice questions. Keep going. Click on the video links on the sides to continue preparing for your Trinidad and Tobago heavy and extra heavy vehicle driver's examination. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and comment. And of course, hit the notification bell and subscribe for more driving test guides.